My noise cancelling just stopped? Oh no, it's working now. Strange. Alright. Let's think. I'm making progress. It's very slow. I'm getting to the point where everything is very difficult. Well, no, it's not true because I would say everything is difficult. There hasn't been an easy part of this project, has there? Nothing I'm comfortable with. It's all new and unique. Never done before, by me at least. So at least now I'm with dictionaries. I've done that before, right? So that's a lot easier. And I have definite ways that I can improve on how I did it last time. So that's good. I'm trying to get my bearings about what I need to do today. Yeah, I need to do data today, right? It's difficult to describe what I need to do, though. I mean, it's obvious that I need to save a load of data, but yes, I suppose so. So I suppose character data here. Hello, Gabogaman. How's the pizza delivering going? Fee-fi-fo for my spell, the blood of Englishmen. Is that funny that you could say fee-fi-fo fum, I spell the blood of an Englishman, and it wouldn't work? You have to have a British accent. Mun. English mun. Okay. What? V50 thumb. I spell the blood of an Englishman. As opposed to V50 thumb, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Yeah. Anyway, what I need to do is think about how I'm going to do the player data. Today's your birthday. Congratulations. Or commiserations. Depends how you feel about it. There's probably an if empty sort of situation. Are you gonna do anything special? I never do anything special for my birthday. Yeah, I hate birthdays. Obviously. I should have got you a card, I suppose. Mexican food. Okay. Very nice. I'll create some data. I'll create a dictionary. Player. Should this be called player data or player? Ugh. Why is naming things hardest? The hardest part of programming is naming things. Do you ever feel that way? Hello, Meropon. Hello, mate. How you doing? How's your dialogue? Did you finish dialogue? I think you said you did finish your dialogue. Oh yeah. Yesterday, right? I didn't stream. Voiceover done for one of the girls too. Really? See, I'm very worried about that. My project is the voiceovers. Is it AI or real? That's one of my primary worries. Is like because I want voice acting in my game. Yeah. Yes. I think it is possible to afford. I might be getting a job soon. It might be happening. I have an interview. And I might be able to afford voice acting. Which would be very exciting. But I should get my hopes up really. But yeah, I think I would always prefer to have real voice acting, right? I can. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It is a different kind of voice acting. Because ideally you find, I'm sure there's a Discord out there or something, there's a place where there's voice actors looking for work and they're willing to just do it for like credits. I'm sure there's a place I can find eventually. And like you say, as long as you make your dialogue not normal. Fiverr. You're feeling the burnout, yeah. Feeling the burnout. It ain't. Because Bogerman was going to do voice acting in his game, and then he decided not to. Well, he even paid for it. He even paid for it, and then never used it. Because there isn't that much voice acting you would need. Oh. Ugh. Maybe I should change the frequency of the ads so that they are. I'll ask you in a minute. Constant. It wouldn't be a constant. It would be a variable. Player character save data like that. Big dictionary. Despite the fact that it's a variable, not a constant, I'm gonna capitalize it. Save. Player save. Player character save data. Just because I feel like doing that. Oh, deformed. In YouTube. I got voice acting, I just haven't updated the game yet. Oh, you got the voice acting for all of it? No? Maybe you only had voice acting for Delilah? Oh, Multibit, hello. Hey Multibit, how you doing, mate? Are you working on a game? How's your game going? Recovered from your holiday? Maybe? Player characters, save data. How do I want to do this? Because the whole point of this system is that it has to go through, like everything gets, this function right here is like a filter. Where is it? This function here is like a filter. And what this does is it means that I can update data if I need to. I can change stuff about data. I can update data. So it needs to go through this sort of function. Everything needs to go through this function. If you're going to be creating data. So if I want to change something about the data, like I want to add an extra stat or something, I can do that because it has this filter to it. Codex here, hello. Alright. Oh, that is you. I did see you stream. I should have missed it. I should have dropped by. I didn't. Right, well, see you later, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Mushroom coffee, yes. Oh no, this doesn't have mushrooms in at the moment. I normally have normal coffee and then I have mushroom coffee later. Doing alright, development's been rocky. Is that because it would be rocky if you're digging underground? It's a bad joke. There's a joke in there somewhere. Digging. Because in your game you dig. Anyway. Let me think about what I need to do. So this is the bit you'd save, right? And this could just be empty when you reset. This could just be empty. Need to be saved and loaded to a file. Okay, so this gets saved and loaded to a file. Okay, this stuff here gets saved and loaded to a file. But then there's another variable with a capitalized current player character data. So let me write out what I want to do. Something like this data is the current character data for the player. That's literally redundant. That's such a redundant description. This data is generated using the player save data if it is not empty, as well as the character constant data. This data is saved and loaded to a file, to an unencrypted DAP file. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I realized that my ships have to have current health. They have to have like hull health. Stolen, hello. How's the gaming going? I remember what you were playing last time. I did see you stream yesterday, but I didn't know what you were playing. Bandle Cafe Rain. Both games I don't know anything about. Oh wow, point and click. Oh no. That's actually something I would watch. I do kind of enjoy watching those people play those. I don't enjoy playing them, but I enjoy watching people play them. My noggin. Yeah. Why do I work so much better offline? For some reason, when I'm streaming, it's a lot harder for me to think. But yesterday, I didn't stream. I got so much work done. It all came immediately to me. I try to work out how to do the player data at the moment. Let me think through it properly, I suppose. We launched into a system. Well, I need to think about it in terms of the demo. We're just hacking together the demo. So you're launching into the system. Yeah, we're hacking. Yeah, let's not think about anything past the demo. You're just doing the demo. You're launching into the first system. There would be no player data. It's a cinematic. You're launching into the second system at some, and then at the second system, your game is going to tell you to game story is going to tell you to generate player characters or something. Maybe you don't excel at task switching, reading chat, etc. Yeah. Multitasking. Multi-threading. My brain doesn't multi-thread very well. Right. I'll show you what I did yesterday. I'm very happy. So you can see it in all its glory. press that, I'm going into like a jump. I'm jumping to the next system, yeah? I click on the map. This will be a proper map at some point. This is just dots. And then we enter a cutscene. And then we go into the hyper wormhole thing. And bam, the next system. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Super happy. I did all of that in one day. No stream, one day. Right. So, okay. Each system, it has story data to it, attached to it, right? Yeah. I don't think I even need to touch it. I think that's pretty much final. I think I'll be happy that I'll be happy if the game ships with that loading screen and stuff, because that's a loading screen. The wormhole, that's a loading screen. So hopefully there's very little lag between. Well, there's gonna be some. I gotta think about it. There's actually some lag involved. That I've got to eliminate by hopefully, because at the moment I'm doing switch to scene, but what I really should do is instantiate the scene and then queue free my loading scene. But that instantiation is still going to take a lag. There's still going to be a lag there. There's a little bit to work out. There's a little bit to try and remove all of the loading lag. Worst case, you do small trick with blend to white. Yeah. I think it does do that already. I think there's a white screen and then I can't remember. Because the problem is my game doesn't lag on my computer. But it does lag on other people's computer. Like on Merdboy's computer, it lags. Oh, multi-bit, thanks. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about how, because part of doing this player data, I also need to do simultaneously. I need to work out the systems data and how the stories are going to work. Because we have story keys. This will determine what happens in the story. So this would maybe have like a key and say, okay, you're launching into a system. And then the key has instructions attached to it. It would be something like constant story data dictionary. And this would have a key attached to it and it would say something like, oh, this this is the tutorial system. This is a mission system. This is a kill all the enemies system. This is a cinematic system, a custom scenario. This is etc, etc, etc. Have you heard about Christopher Nolan's new movie? It sold out tickets and the movie isn't even finished. Oh, really? Is it about Odysseus? Is it actually Odysseus or... it is. Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Hell yeah. Oh my god, that's awesome. Fantastic. Although, I don't like these costumes. Not a fan of these costumes. This is not very historically accurate. Oh no. Oh no, they're wearing leather armor. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to see it anymore. Why have they got a Viking ship? Okay, never mind. I want my Greeks to be Greek. Am I... Sorry, maybe I shouldn't say that on Twitch. It's a fantasy story. Is it? I'll probably watch it anyway. Oh, Matt Damon is Odysseus. That's fine. That's good. Telemachus is fine as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Telemachus is actually Tom Holland. That's a good fit for Telemachus actually. And then who is Penelope? I keep on closing it. It is Penelope, isn't it? That's the best bit at the end of the story when he kills everyone. That is the best bit, mate. That is the best bit when he kills all the suitors. I get chills every time I read that. Never read the story before. It's really good. I think there's you can watch them. There's another movie. And Fancy Heroes. I don't think so. When they all get turned to pigs by Cersei, or Polyphemus, of course, that's a really good one. It's just, all of it's good. Sirens. But the best bit of it is when he returns and kills all the suitors. That's the best bit. Right. I think it would be something like, I think there would be a function in here called reset new game. And then I think what that would do is current character data clear. You really meant that a constant? It's nothing like a constant. Although it's like nice to have it capitalized so I can see what's going on. I don't know. I should finish that Grand Fantasy Heroes playthrough that I was doing. Maybe I'll do that for a bit today. And then you would go, you just do current player data. Yeah. And then it would be like Scarlet. Equals character data. Create new character data. Scarlet. Juno, Natasha, Xarian, Titus. I think we would have a node called Story Controller. Yeah. Story. Roller. PD. Oh, why is it being weird? Sorry. Why can't I open? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There it is. Last name. Story. Controller. Function. Ready. Dot story. Controller. Itself. Story. Controller. I'll make it into a scene as well, just in case I need to do something. I guess it would go in here, right? Because I don't actually want to launch straight into a battle. Ah, this is complicated. I guess game would have the next scene key, the next scene. It would have because what we want to do is remove this. Right. And now you're loading in you have instructions about what to do. You're not just straight up loading in. There's a And then there's just a giant function. It's just a match statement with a bunch of functions. So that's easy. It's just like a function. Here's your story, and the story is a function. In the... Oh, I made a mistake. In the story controller, there's just a bunch of functions. And it's like start, system, story. You're handed a key, story key, which is just a string. You should use enums. I should probably use enums, but I'm using strings. I'm scared of enums because they broke once. Like I'm scared of resources now because they broke that one time. The one time they broke. And we're literally just gonna match this story key, and you're gonna do stuff according to it. Seems really inefficient and messy, but it will work. Match story key. Okay. Intro. Like that. Pass. Battle. Pass. Standard. Normal. Battle. No, it would be battle with jumping. Right? Yeah. Which is how we got it at the moment. So everybody jumps in. That's how we got it at the moment. Battle with jumping. The standard way. The moment. Battle with patrolling. The enemy is already there, rolling around. There should be I don't quite know how to deal with this. But you're not going to notice that they're patrolling around until because you launch into a system and then immediately engage them, right? Damn. There needs to be some more intelligence involved. Distance checks. Is that true though? Is that what you want? Yeah. That's my ideal situation, I think. Battle with a patrolling enemy. These are like your normal missions. Yeah, these are like your normal missions. So the ones that would be generated, these ones. So there'd be, I was thinking about this earlier, a treasure hunt mission. Treasure hunt. Find check. Find some ruins or cave or something. Base assault, destroying a facility. Working on story cinematics, yeah. I did improve the cinematic a bit. You probably watched it. Well, this won't work anymore. Yeah, that's cinematic. Man, I'm so proud of that. I'm very happy with it. So I changed this a little bit. Now he comes up like that. And then I need to worry about this trail though. This trail needs to go. Oh, and of course there's no sound effects. There's no sound effects yet. But that's pretty much done, I think. Yeah. Release game about story. You know, I changed my mind. I want to do a story. At least for the demo. The demo will have a story and stuff, and then the demo will be a prologue. I want the demo to be like a prologue story. Battle patrolling, battle, treasure hunt, race song. I think of. I need one more. Like these are your. These are your standard stories generated. Some missions or something. Yeah. And then these are your stories. Special and cinematic. So I think of one more sort of mission that you could do. That isn't going to be difficult. That isn't going to be difficult. Find an object, that's fine. Destroy a facility, that seems fine. Battle with some patrolling enemies, that seems fine. Battle with some enemies that jump in, that seems fine. And there might be something to do with a trader, like an escort. Yeah, defend something. Ah, yes. Defend. Something. Defend a ship. Defend a base. Defend. Defend an entity. What's a more broad? I will call it battle defend. Okay, so that's good. So these are your like randomly generated missions. Then we have, let's think through let's plan this out a little bit. Also, I want to make a test cinematic 1. Test cinematic 2. Okay, let's just do that. For now. I'm annoyed at this. I gotta work this out, what this bug is. The GPU trails are causing me a problem. They're not being Q-freed in some way. It's kind of weird. I gotta make sure they'll be Q-free or something, I guess. Before I... Also, we have this benign... I think this is benign. It's from the interpolation. Okay. Hmm. So let's think through what happens. I think you come into this system and it's the default state is a cinematic situation. So that we're not I guess. Movie maker feature. Perhaps it could be useful, like you could record the movie in engine and then make it play at some point. So you have to simulate it in game for the player. Just playing a video. Oh really? I've used it. I've pressed this button before. That's an interesting idea. And then you can guarantee there's not going to be any weirdness happen. To think about it. So it's probably just story key, not story keys. And then let's go here. Let's just actually call these test system 1. For testing. Oh my god, can't type today. Yeah, you can have the best graphics if I have graphics. Yeah. It'll be a stable FPS and all of that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So if I want to have a big scene of a battle, and somebody else's computer can't handle it, but mine can. So we want to hand over control of the battle, because at the moment I'm doing like the activation of the waves and things. We can instantiate the waves in this. We can find the random positions. We can initialize the data here. We can find the random positions. We can create the waves. See, we have story type here. Random waves. Quality cutscenes made by us. Because I need complete control. I need complete control over like... Okay. You're already in system. I kill a couple of you. Now some of you jump into system. Mate. I can't wrap my head around this right now. Because yeah, I need complete control over the waves and how they spawn. Oh. And also we need to waves for the cinematic. Well, it depends, doesn't it? Whether it's just a normal battle. Ah, this is so complicated. I feel like almost in some systems, because we're instantiating waves, and they are jumping in when appropriate. So I feel like for some systems, they should already exist in the system. If there's going to be a cinematic, the ship should already be there, right? Waves. I need to refactor all of this because I need a system where I can, I have complete control. I can be like, oh, I want you to spawn here at this particular time. I want condition. I want trigger condition. Result. Trigger condition. Result. We need that system, whatever that's called. Trigger condition. Effect. And sometimes the trigger condition is just do it all, right? At the start, right? It's just normal battle. You just spawn everything in, they fight, fine. But sometimes there's going to be... Okay, I'm overthinking this. Well, I'm not overthinking it. That's correct. Let me like write this down somewhere. Need complete control over spawning in, trigger condition effect system. Okay, but let's step back for a minute. The player is always... No, it's not true. Because it's actually the story controller that needs to initiate stuff, not system. We kind of want to move these things to the problem I'm having. I'm like thinking of too many conditions. I can't make a decision. I'm thinking of like there's too many possibilities. I need to like focus in on one thing. Finish your gacha game and a new mini game. No. No, I'm not doing any of that for the demo. The demo is just gonna be a story, and you play through the story, and then that's it, right? Come on, Richard. You can think through this. You can organize this. You can refactor this. You can think through it in like a better way. I'm just thinking about how Skyrim does it, right? Yes. This is the way I need to do it. How Skyrim does it. Making those mods for Skyrim actually comes in useful every now and then. You're like, oh, that's how I should be doing it. So I think I'm gonna gut this. I'm gonna make a backup. And then I'm gonna gut Skyrim cinematics view mode. I never made a cinematic, no. But I made dungeons and things, and this is what I'm thinking about, like how they spawn in stuff, and how you tell stories in the dungeon, and how like, yeah. Make a quick backup. I'm gonna see. Before story refactor. I keep on using this word refactor as well, instead of using the word remake. If we were normal humans in the normal world, I would be using the word remake. But now I'm a programmer, I'm using this word called refactor, which means exactly the same thing. There's a few things here that could be kept. Yeah, no, it needs to be completely changed how I'm doing it. Although activate ship. Activate wave. This should be specified as jump in ship, jump in wave. Activate and jump in the wave to a random point. That's what specifically this is doing. Initializing battle. I almost want to get rid of the slow process as well, because that's almost pointless now too, right? I'm not going to get rid of any of this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off initialize data, which starts the chain here. And I'm going to change how we're doing it. So drawing diagrams, that's a good idea. Draw some diagrams. Fuck it, let's draw a diagram because my brain hurts. Maybe I should have that mushroom coffee. Maybe I should eat some food. Oh, wait. How do I do this? New canvas. Name my canvas. Story, system, plan. Okay. Double click. New game. Singleton. Player data singleton. Character and ship data singleton. System node. System scene. System scene. Story. Controller. Cinematic. Controller. New game happens. Also consider continue happens. Continue game happens. Reset data. Start intro. First system. new player data. Load old player data. Switch to scene and give scene instructions. Carry out instructions. Play a cinematic. Already. Scene. Ships or objects already instantiated at beginning of scene. Activate instructions. Spawning in enemies at certain locations under certain conditions. Not necessarily enemies. Yes. Spawning in a player. Okay. Great. Now what? Now just do it. Now just do it. Droid controller. Start system story. Game. System data. System key. Story key. Merge story and cinematic. We could do. But there are a lot of stories that won't have a cinematic, right? But I think that's just doesn't really matter. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better organized if they were merged. I'm not sure. I suppose this is what I want to do. So we'll go here. Let's just see what happens. Just worry. Do this for now. There is basically dialogue in the game which don't always require cinematic, because you can play as usual and have some dialogue with someone at the same time. Yeah. Damn, it's complicated, isn't it? Most of my cinematics are probably going to be animation player, is the plan. It's just going to be, I freeze all of the AI, right? So the AI isn't doing anything. And then everything's playing through an animation player. I tell it up, so if I want like a ship to fire or something, I just call the function to have them fire. That's gonna be slow and tedious, but I think that's gonna probably be like if I wanted to. It's putting them on rails, you know. I want the cinema, like the jump, right? All of that was on rails, basically, except I needed to, yeah. So like all the AI is turned off and everything. So this works, and nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. So I think that's what I want. I want you to, first things first, I want you to go to player. I'm here. I want you to go to player. I want you to reset with a new game if I'm here. Then I want you to... Hello, Chrometer, hello mate. Yeah, I work way better off stream. I feel like I would have already been done it. Would have made a lot more progress. Stream. Test system 1 story. Reset to new game. Are you working on anything at the moment, Prometer? Are you doing anything? Reset to new game. Then I want you to... Start system. Got some stuff cooking. Awesome. Data, friendlies data, enemies data. Yeah, this has to be customizable, so I'm not even going to be... I'm literally going to do everything through these match, which is kind of... You should be... But this is simple to me, right? The whole story is just using this function. We even got while loops going and stuff, probably. Like pausing for waits, pausing for signals. Like everything is just done through this function right here, probably. Maybe. No. No, this is just the setup. The setup, and then there's probably other conditions going on that would trigger certain effects. So this is just the setup. But yeah, I think I go to my system still, and do I even talk to the system, or actually I want to just remake it probably. But let's start with. I'm not sure about that. Allied data equals Euxarian and Juno. Right. And then let's say you go here. This is all I'm going to test at the moment. That I can do different things. So Euxarian, Scala. And then I will create waves. Okay. Game. Here's data. Equals bus.system allies data. Yeah. Oh. Jude. Hello. Hello, Jude. Right. That's correct. Okay, cool. How you doing, Jarud? Are you Godot dev? Are you working on anything at the moment? I don't know if you asked you. I don't know if I asked you before. Angular and Java. Angular and Java. Angular and Java are often used both together in software development, leveraging use blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay. But it's not for a game. Right. Verbose. Verbose. Guys, I don't know. My brain isn't working today properly. I don't know why. Can you earn Godot money with Godot? No, I suppose not. Unless you get lucky. Game for the web, yeah. Money? What's that? I never heard of it. Money? Never heard of it. Look at this diagram I made again. Useful. Useful. You won't get money for your game. What do you live on? Savings. I'm hoping to get a job soon. I have an interview on Monday actually. What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? You have the diagram, just do it. Yeah, my brain isn't working today. I don't know why. Oh no. Dev specials. Thank you. Thank you, Dev Stagus. Hope Stagus is going well. Looks great as always. I appreciate the raid. Was it you, Dino Cries? I appreciate that, mate. When are you, and hello, Hendo. Hello. Are you doing a, another game jam soon? I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm kind of looking forward to doing something different. So I'm a bit burnt out on this, maybe. I suppose I will try to show my game. Right? I will attempt to show my game. I could do this, and then I could do this. These data. It would be something like Pluto, Acheron 1, right? I think that would work. You can't really hear it. I wonder why I can't see any glow. The glow's been ruined. Are you corkscrewing? Why are you doing that? Oh, there we go. You just can't turn. He should probably flee. He should probably flee and get and recalculate. That's what that AI should do. Because he is not turning. Oh, there we go. That's my game. Thinking of hosting a game jam on the 12th of August, reason quitting my job, and that will be the last day. Alright. Okay, cool. I need to play Minecraft Allegiance. What? Microsoft Allegiance. What? What does that mean? Looks pretty sweet. Other than blasters, do you have other weapons? Yeah? Yeah. Natasha. Microsoft Allegiance. Where did my glow go? Am I gonna mess around the glow? Oh, you didn't really see the missiles. There they are. Ooh. I only get one missile? There you go. I saw them that time. The missiles are strong. Very strong. Of course, this ship has like an overcharge ability. So you get super guns for a bit. But the effect of them playing though. Oh well. We want to see a very old school game. Hot ass. Can I play with hot ass? Microsoft Allegiance. Search Brave. Images. Videos. Oh, it's a space game. But it's in like 140p, so I can't see what's going on.
When Allegiance launches.
Here we go. Now this is pod racing. Basically, some people command others to collect resources, build portals, and you're fighting other tier. Damn. Look at this UI. It's literally half the screen. It's crazy. Back in the day, the UI would have to be like that. Your PC crashed? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Very cool. I feel bad because DevSpaz just raided me, but I am really cooked at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing, and I kind of want to stop streaming. Come on, you can think this through. There's no reason why this should be so hard. You launch the game. Okay, what do you need to do when you launch the game? You're launching into this system for the first time. You're creating some data. I reset my save data. Bam, done. Then, bam, done. Create waves. Fine. Fine, do that. Now for this one, we do something different. For this one, we do a cinematic. So my allies data now equals my bus dot system allies data equals my game heroes data. Okay, so we've carried over our. Don't you have other tasks? What about purple cube? Purple cube. I'm just gonna advertisement for women like you. Is there something I don't know about myself? I bought 5 of them, so don't worry about it. The purple cube. What purple cube? I should probably make a purple cube. That's very true. Purple cubes are quite important. So we're going to test system 2. Now our allies data equals the data that we have saved previously from when I jumped. Let's test, is that true? Oh, you mean the cubes, the asteroids? Yes, I suppose I could make an asteroid. They're meant to be asteroids, I guess. Oh, they're just obstacles that I use for testing the avoidance, right? And it works. Okay, so that works. Great. Fantastic. So you've now saved your data. Now, so at each one of these, you always do this basically, unless there's some special condition where you don't do this. This is probably a given. This is probably, well, no, it's not happening here, is it? So, yes, it's true. But for this one, let's say, I actually don't want to create waves. Well, switch to modeling for a refreshment. Could do. So let's say, what do I want to do here? Let's plan out what I want to do and then just do it. And then let's plan out what I want to do, hack it together, and then fix it later. So let's say create a cinematic. You watch two. I mean, I do have long hair. Do you? I watched your stream, but for some reason I can't. I thought you had short hair. Gosh, you've got short hair, mate. Haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, is it in a ponytail or something? Create a cinematic, watch two enemies fight or something. That's difficult because watch two enemies, watch a squadron of enemies fly towards each other, fight, which are around some obstacles, maybe, and start a fight after turn. Yeah. At that point, then we spawn in. No. Without jump. Or yeah, spawn in without jump. Okay, let's do this. Behold my uncontrollable mane. Sort time. Oh. Jagged Alliance 3.
So much, but somewhat safe, I guess.
So this is my task. So let's do it. So in System 2, what does System 2 look like? Here's some obstacles. Fly around. Let's just have 3 obstacles. No, let's just have... Yeah, let's just have like 3 obstacles. Here's one obstacle. As you watch them come in, we'll see them fly around this obstacle and come back up into formation. And I'll just randomly put like this one here. This one can go like here or something. I don't know. Great. Amazing. Okay. Cubes. Now I have my cubes. And these enemies will exist. They won't be instantiated in through code. They will already exist. They will pre-exist in the system. So we go to enemy team. I instantiate enemy heavy fighter, and I instantiate enemy let's say enemy light fighter. Two of them. Okay, here's your little squadron of fighters. Hell yeah. Now these are gonna exist over here. They're gonna fly. They're gonna fly sort of towards. There's gonna be some riveting music. They're gonna fly towards this. Riveting music. Absolutely riveting. Wonder why it does that. Yeah, they're in a formation, yeah? Okay. I guess I have to manually turn off the all of these effects and things. I'm pretty sure they turn off on ready. I'm pretty sure they turn off on ready. Okay. Then I'm going to add to my cinematic controller here. We're going to add system. Cinematic controller is going to have an animation player. And this will control everything. So this will be a new animation. Test system to cinematic. This will last 45 seconds or something. These guys should be attached to each other, right? temporarily and then I unattach them or something. Locked in, getting the job done. I gotta lock in, yeah. Hello Conrad guy, today. Welcome to the stream. Your game is looking great, looking amazing. I'm really impressed by it actually. It's the art is very unique and the sound and everything is on point. So these should be attached to each other, really, and that would make it a lot easier. No, it's not going to make it easier to make them attached to each other. That won't make it easier at all. Okay. Cinematic controller, we'll have to know about my animation player. If I want to tween stuff and do stuff through code, but if I want to just play a cinematic, play animation player cinematic, and then I feed you do I even do it through this? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, there might be certain things that I need to set up. I don't know what to say. Store cinematic key, I suppose. String turning void. Then I'm going to go to the animation player. We're going to play. Well, there might be other things I need to do, so that's why I kind of want to match cinematic key. And we're going to do test system 2, like that, I think. And that will go to the animation player. We'll play the story known as. That's confusing. Oh, no way, they don't get carried over? Oh, they do. Test system 2 cinematic. Oh, I think there's other stuff I will need to do here. Like, for example, and I should have the example here. So we need to make sure all of these things are happening. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I've got so many booleans. I should really just unify these booleans. Let's just get it working. So cinematic controller, cinematic camera, and in cinematic. Those should all just be one boolean. I don't know why those are separate. What is this magic physics frame await times 2? Yes, there is a. Okay, so I can describe this problem. It's vaguely interesting, isn't it? You know, let's launch it actually. So right, the idea is I don't want you to be jumping into this when you do play the jump animation, I don't want you to jump into this cube, right? And that's why it turns in random directions. Because I'm raycasting. But I've got to wait for the physics frame. So, that's what it does. So it chose this position because it wasn't into the cube, you know? Okay. Jump, yeah. It's such a, like, it's a definite, like, polish thing that I didn't need to do. But I think it was worth doing. There's just some raycasts that go off from this jump detection. Anyway, so I play my animation player, play cinematic. Okay, here's the cinematic to play. Let's just print and look for all of this that's happening. Print, blah, blah, blah. So we go to the story controller. The story controller is like, hey, yo, my guy. Cinematic controller. Play animation cinematic. And I'm gonna give you my story key, I guess. So I'm going to play this, and there's going to be nothing in game heroes. It's true, but we got yeah. So in order to test it, I have to temporarily do this. I can do if game heroes size is greater 0, else. Ooh, ternaries. It's so good. So fucking good. I like them a lot. I never used to use them. But I like them now. Okay, so now we have an animation and it should be playing. And what does this animation do? The first thing it does we've got to bring those bars down. Got to bring those bars down. Where are those bars? How do I get to the bars? Yeah, this should be like a function, right? Function, bring up cinematic bars. Turn void. Get. Maybe this should just be called fade in cinematic bars. Fade out cinematic bars. And then let's see what we got here. Why am I doing this? Yeah. And then we would do the opposite. And then you would wait. Although the jump what you're doing is awesome. Oh, thank you. I wouldn't expect that, but I appreciate it. If you want to show me anything you're working on, Jarud, I'd love to see it, even if it is just a website. I mean, just a website is... sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Because just a website is quite difficult. I'm sure it is. I've never done it. Without cinematic bars. Oh, I see what you're saying. Fade out. We probably want to hide these things anyway, but... You want to make sure that your player HUD is alphaed. But that my bus.player HUD is show. Project is not in production yet. Alright. Interesting. Yo fam. Hello, mine younger. Is that what people say? Right? Mine younger? Wait, no. Did I just insult you? Modulate. Fade out cinematic bars. Okay, so that is where am I replacing that with? Oh no, I copied instead. I cut instead of. Did I really cut? I cut instead of. Okay, we're gonna fade in cinematic bars. Let me check that I didn't just break that. Captain. Okay, yeah, I didn't break that. That's correct. Okay. Oh yeah, did you finish your you know what? I really like that. You putting so much effort into that spider boss, it's insane actually. I'm actually really excited to see what you do. The fact that it's got all these abilities is kind of impressive. Overworking. So fade in, but you should probably burst dot player or dot hide anyway. And then you should fade in cinematic bars. And then you'd play the cinema. Play the cinema. Now we've got this thing. What is this? Let's get rid of that. I created an ulti this day. A couple more attacks, and then I can get to the art, which is probably going to take 100 hours. The spider redraw stories. True. The spider will get redrawn at least 5 times, right? I think the more I think about it, I think the way to make a game is to like make it rough and make it complete and then do all the art afterwards. The more I think about it. 24 episodes. But you also kind of want to get it right the first time and then you don't have to do it again. There's also something about that. But there's also something about getting everything in temporary. Well, ideally you have 2 people, right? You have one person doing art and the other person does the code, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about it. You also mentioned that one does improve over time. It's true. Very true. So the stuff at the end of the project looks better than the stuff at the beginning, which happened with my game, Grand Fantasy Heroes. A lot. Like the bosses at the last boss of my game, I'm really proud of. Stardew Valley, yeah, probably redrew that like 5 times. That boss fight is the best. Oh, thank you, Okabokaman. Meow. So there was something else I need to hide. We've discovered that there's something else we need to hide called... Go to the UI canvas. Which isn't on here. Can I have more scenes open at once? Can I have another bar here? I have 2 bars of scenes, that would be really helpful. NPC controller, I'm not gonna need that for a while, I don't think. Spaceship, I might need that. Target display, I don't need that. Blue engine effect, I don't need that. Don't need this. Oh, there's UI canvas. Let's see. We're talking about cursor control, right? We want to hide the cursor control. So that means... And probably when you do any cinematic, you want to hide the cursor, right? So... First dot cursor control. First dot player dot cursor. Interesting. Let's start the software. Software cursor. Cursor. Software cursor. Relative cursor. Okay, this is confusing. How do I just need to hide cursor control right here. Just give it to me in the bus. Bus stop software cursor control self. Let me just cheat. Software cursor control software cursor control. And go here. Bus dot software cursor control hide show. And now when I enter the test system, there's no cursor. We got a cat in here. Wait, where's there's still a cursor there. Why do I have a cursor? Wait, I literally just still had a cursor. There's still a cursor here. What? Is that because something's overriding it? Probably. Probably. I have a feeling I know what's overriding it. Cinematic cursor off. Input set mouse mode. Confined and hidden. But also hide it. Then we go to story controller, go to cinematic controller, hidden cinematic bars, software cursor, cinematic cursor off. And then make sure to turn it on again, software cursor. Interesting. Somebody turns you on again. Somebody turns you on. Oh. Well, let's see what happens. Am I not going to have a cursor here? No, I have a cursor. But yes, we should probably do it. I don't know. Like here. Okay. Then I move to this system. Oh, there's a bug. Oh. I'll worry about that later. Oh, and then I don't have a cursor here to continue. Maybe it should just be a click to continue anyway. Like it's over the whole screen. Okay, now I don't have a cursor. Good. So yeah, my loading screen should just be a click to continue. Like this. Click. Click. Continue. Or maybe even just... Yeah. Label. Continue. A little bit of decoration. Okay. Make sure that works. Okay, great. Now, there's still some issues because for some reason we still have relative cursor. Wait, why would those need to be ever separate? Oh yeah, because they. Oh yeah, it's a 3D situation where they don't actually respect each other because they're in different worlds. Right. That's why that needs to happen. Okay. I think that looks correct. Now. So I've entered my cinematic. Now we go to... Now I'm actually going to make the cinematic. So let's give this a go. And they do need to be on different paths. We could follow a path. We could create a path and then have them follow the path. Let me think. Create a path and then follow the path. Could happen. You could want that to happen. Position. 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 Rotation. Okay. So let's start with just for testing purposes. Oh, interesting. That does make sense. And we probably want to remove it. Will it come up here still? Or is it broken now? It's here. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it alone then. So I'm a bit worried about that. For testing purposes, I will go ahead and set up my camera pivot. Okay. To be attached to you. Okay. I'm going to copy this position. My camera pivot on this position. Then I'm going to also put my camera onto this position. And I'm going to bring up camera. Strange. Can't quite seem to get it where I want it. Somewhere there. Somewhere, yeah, somewhere here. Okay. Now, cinematic controller. This doesn't seem very robust, but I mean, I know about this, you know? Okay. Tracking body, true. Body to track equals enemy head fighter. Um, plus dot cinematic camera controller clock. To parent. Oh, sorry. Camera control. Look. Oh, there it is. And then so we're hooking to pivot. Then I need a new function called follow body delta note body no 3D void. Oh, body. See, this is not correct. This should be. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think about that later. This isn't great. Yeah. Really, I should be using slurp node to look at. Yeah. Slurp. And to use that, to this, right? Camera controller, slurp node to look at. Oh, interesting. Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't have that either. Okay. I need a billion little helper functions. This is not good. Okay. Thing doing thing looking. See, this should be a multiple. Okay. Let's just leave it for now. Okay. Track body. Go back. Let's hack this together. So let's just do camera pivot. Global position equals body. Global position. Let's do that. So follow body delta. So you're tracking the body, your body track, your camera hook to pivot, and then we should see something happen. Okay. Great. Now, now we play that. Now we play the cinematic. Give you 10 seconds. Let's move you. Like somewhere here. It's always so difficult to move anything in 3D space. Okay. Whee! Okay, that's strange. I wonder what's happening there. What is that shaking? Also, we need to activate your engines. Engines need to be activated. How would one go about activating one's engines? I did this before somewhere, but it should really be like a function, shouldn't it? So you should have a function called activate engines. Activate engines. And you literally just do this for now. Show. Returning void. And then what you do, you activate your engines, which is cinematic. I'm just going to do this. Yeah. Here we go. I wonder why that shaking is happening. Very interesting. I have a feeling it's to do with this. What if you did something like camera bit, reparents. Yeah, what if you did... I don't know why that would be like shaking like that. Just do that for now. And then go here and camera pivot and parent to Enemy heavy fighter. Let's have a look if that still happens. It does not. How interesting. So we're getting all these warnings, right? It's not a very happy camper about the situation here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the animation and do it again. Or maybe you can turn off that warning. I'm sure you could turn off that warning, actually, the more I think about it. Although maybe I want to see the warning. I don't know. It's just not very nice to see all of this stuff. What does this mean? This warning can be disabled. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll leave it for now. And then what I will have is a point at which, like, I set up like a marker, 3D, and it's this like camera point 1 or something. So this would be, I want it to look at this cube right here. Right, this is what I want it to do. I want to look at this cube. Let's do that. And we need to set it up. So let me just set up a camera real quick, actually. Camera, and then I can look through it. Then I should be able to rotate you, look through this camera. Rotate you and look through this camera. Rotate a little bit more. There's I want to look at this cube right here. And then I want to move a little bit up. Closer, I think. Something like that. I want to get the cube a little bit more in frame. Oh, a bit less. A little bit more. Okay, now the cube is in the center of the screen, and what I want to do is we play this. At some point we need to call a function that will do something else. Reparent camera pivot. Node to reparent to node 3D. Void. I can see myself doing this quite a lot, so I think this is good. So let's be here, and then parent to enemy heavy fighter. And what I'm going to do is my animation player. Go to test system. At around the 9-second mark, maybe, we call a function. On the cinematic controller. Isn't there normally a button here to add? What's going on? Normally you just tap a button. I'm a little bit confused. There's like there's normally a button here to add. I think I'm hitting into the make unique resource problems. Yeah. That's what's happening right now. So we have to remove this animation player. And then you have to make an animation player separately. And then I guess this becomes an export because it's not always going to be there. So there it is. And then test system to cinematic. 45 seconds. Now I have to re-add all of those things. Hopefully I can just do this. Yeah. And a rotation. That's pretty much all I need. And now I have this add track here, yes. So we can call a method to the cinematic controller. And why don't we just go ahead and do that through this? Well, no. First thing to do, can I select all three of these and move them all at once? That would make me very happy. There we go. And then oh, I made a mistake there. You go to 10 seconds. And then I need to transform, position, and rotation. In case I want to do something with the rotation, I guess. And then at the 9.5 second mark, go to the camera controller, we insert a key, and I will reparent my camera node. And the object I will parent it to object value. Don't suppose I can drag and drop this in. I suppose so. Do you think so? Nope. Node path. You know that's going to be wrong though, right? Damn, that sucks. Okay. I don't think I can... Well, I need to be able to call it from there. I need to be able to call it here. Right. So I have to remake that function. Delete that function. Function reparent camera pivot from node path void, and then to parent 2 equals get node path, and then a little step there. There we go. Hopefully that should work. So we insert parent node path, and then should just put this in there. It should, in theory, work. Oh, but I would need to move the position as well, right? So let's just hack that in for now, but that should probably be a separate function. Global position equals... well, it would just be position vector 3.0. Nice. See you later, Vera. I want to get this cutscene done and then I'm probably done. Okay, there we go. That worked. Although there probably needs to be a bit of like a... There's definitely... It wasn't instant, was it? And there's like some movement there, which we definitely want to get rid of. It should be instant. Instant rotation, right? Yeah. So, but I can worry about that later. So now now I can look at this cube. We're looking at the cube, and then I want to see what I want to see while we're looking at the cube is the ships coming around. So let's do that. So if we go to animation player, we're here. And this is going to be tricky, right? So let's grab the heavy fighter. Let's do this position. I need to get rid of all these gizmos, right? Those are really annoying. Okay. I probably need to get rid of the specs as well so I can see what's going on, but I really hope this works and it looks okay. Right? I don't see why this wouldn't look okay though. Yeah, you could have it look at something else, and then the camera would slightly move differently. Oh yeah, we should do. Okay, Oh shit, I forgot. You gotta move up here. Oh, that's not good. And maybe there should be a path 2D follow because path 3D follow because this is going to be quite tricky to get it to look smooth. would I go about smoothing that out? I think we need some path 3Ds, but I don't know how hard it is to do that. How hard it is to test that at the very least. I think I need path 3Ds. Ugh. Okay. Alright, well, I think I'm tired though. I'm tired of doing this. Let's pass back the raid to this guy. And thank you everyone for watching today. Stop and do a game jam, yeah. I'm very tired of doing this right now. I'm gonna relax and then I'm gonna come back to it though. Still just working out the systems and stuff. Once I got the systems in place, I need to make a good way to make a cutscene. An efficient way to make a cutscene. That isn't like awkward. Although I have a feeling cutscenes are always going to be hard to make. They're always going to be hard to make. There's not going to be an easy way to do it. Anyway. Thank you, Americon, for sticking around. And thank you, Farah and Ogre Bogerman and Overcane and Conrad. And everyone else who was here today. And everyone on YouTube as well. Thank you for watching. Yeah. I will see you guys later.